What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday morning to you. It's your boy, Coach Lee. Happy fantasy football morning. Hopefully, y'all are doing better than your boy is. Man, most of my team is on injury reserve. But regardless, we're here to give you some good insight as far as injury reports, start them and set them, and the weekly rankings by position. So we're going to go ahead and get right into the injury report. I think we're probably about 14 minutes away from this morning game kickoff. So we'll see if we can get it in for you really, really quick so you can get your movements if you got guys playing this early in the morning. Going through the team-by-team analysis as far as notable injuries, guys ruled out, guys questionable, things of that nature. Got the Arizona Cardinals. They've got Zay Jones with a hamstring injury. He's ruled out. Matt Prater with the knees limited all week and is questionable. Atlanta Falcons, man, my Texas Longhorns balled yesterday, but Bijan Robinson, hamstring, and Darnell Mooney, knee, both had full sessions on Friday and will play. The Ravens, Keaton Mitchell, knee remains on the PUP list. And wide receiver Rashad Bateman, groin practice fully Friday, and he'll play, so that's good news. Buffalo Bills, Khalil Shakir, the number one wide receiver, and James Cook. Shakir with the ankle, Cook with the toe. They have not practiced this week, so they're still waiting. They're going to be a game day decision. Wide receiver Mac Hollins, shoulder. Curtis Samuel, toe, both limited in practice, and Josh Allen, hand and ankle, has been active in practice all week. Carolina Panthers, Adam Thielen, hamstring, is still on the IR. Deontay Johnson, ankle, was limited all week and is questionable. Xavier Legette, shoulder, practice all week and is good to go. The Chicago Bears, one of the teams playing this morning, no injuries of fantasy relevance this week. The Cincinnati Bengals, running back Chase Brown, one of my guys. Quadriceps is questionable after limited work Thursday and Friday, but he's expected to play. Mike Gesicki, hamstring. Zach Moss, foot. Practice Friday and are good to go. And quarterback Cool Joe Burrow, wrist. Practice fully all week and is good to go. Nick Chubb and the Cleveland Browns remains on the PUP, but his 21-day practice window was open, so that's good. I got him stashed away on a couple of teams. He has been ruled out this week, of course. Naheem Hines, knee was limited all week and ruled out. David Njoku, ankle. Deontay Foreman, ankle. Pierre Strong, hamstring. Jerry Jeudy, knee. And defensive relevance, Myles Garrett, Achilles, practice Friday and are good to go. Cowboys, Brandon Cooks, knee. He's on IR. Michael Parsons, and Eric Kendricks, calf and shoulder, are out as well. Denver Broncos. So that means Bland may be back this week. Okay. Denver Broncos wide receiver Josh Reynolds, his hand is out. Detroit Lions, no injuries of fantasy relevance. Not news I want to hear, but yeah. Green Bay Packers, Christian Watson, ankle is questionable after limited sessions all week. And Tucker Kraft, the backup tight end, groin was limited Thursday and Friday, but he'll play. Houston Texans, another one of my guys. Nico Collins, hamstring, was placed on IR this week. Joe Mixon, ankle, limited work Thursday and Friday. He's questionable in the game time decision. Damian Pierce, the backup running back, practice Thursday and Friday, and he'll go. Indianapolis Colts. Let's see what we got here. Which two should I start out? Najee Harris, Antonio Gibson, or Darius Slayton? I don't trust Najee Harris. I know you're saying some underdogs in this game, so I'm looking to pick the biggest ceiling guys. I don't trust Najee Harris. I don't know what dynamic is going on there. He's getting the touches, but he's just not producing over there. Antonio Gibson, I'll probably go with Gibson and Slayton. They're probably the better options. It's just a trust issue with Harris and productivity. Caleb Williams or Kirk Cousins? I think Caleb might have found his stride. But man, Kirk, man, it's got the potential there. I'll probably go to safe spot. I'll probably say Kirk Cousins. just due to he can explode at any given time. He's seen to find his tempo with his team. But Caleb Williams, that's kind of a hard one. And I know you're up against it because they kick off in like 9 minutes. But I will probably say Kirk Cousins. I think the travel, him being a rookie, might have something to do with his productivity this week. Good questions this morning, guys. Jonathan Taylor of the Colts has been ruled out. Anthony Richardson, oblique. Josh Downs, toe. Michael Pittman Jr., back are all questionable this week. Richardson was limited on Friday. So they may end up having to go with Joe Flacco. I'd be stressing too, man. Hopefully I'm giving you some good advice this morning. It's just the whole travel thing and in the reliability of Kirk Cousins when it comes to fantasy. Let me see here. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars, Evan Ingram, hamstring, Gabe Davis. Well, good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm great, man. It's like, wait, this is way too early, man. Like, shit, you up here at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, those London games, man.
See, oh, we got a London game today?
Yeah. That's the only reason I'm up this early.
Oh, wait, I need to check my lineup. What time the game for?
8:30.
Oh, shit, in like 8 minutes. See,
Go ahead and handle that, man.
Into the Fantasy Football Insight Live show so we can keep y'all on y'all game. Because, man, I can't be the only one that did not know that there were some games in London today. But you know what? I woke up. You wake up and like, man, something's off today. Something's different. So I knew something was up.
Hey, you got me last week. I set an alarm this week.
Well, it helped you last week because, you had a really good game against but you lost.
Almost. Horseshoes and hand grenades.
So who's playing today at 8:30?
It's who always, the Jaguars.
Yes.
And the Bears.
Yes.
Somebody asked earlier about if they should still go with Caleb Williams or Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, he's balling, man. He's finding his pace, but I think the travel with the rookie, I don't know if that's reliable enough. What are your thoughts on that?
About Kirk Cousins from Atlanta?
Take out the Atlanta part of it.
Listen, I was a big fan of Kirk Cousins, but like you said, they have been on a 2-game tear. He's been able to put up some really good numbers, but it's still the Atlanta Falcons, and I think that they're still struggling, trying to find their identity. So It looks like they're putting more trust in Kirk Cousins, but at the end of the day, who's their identity? Because I thought there was a run team. I thought it was just going to, let the guy run. But, now they're turning into a passing team. So just this last week, he went 24 for 36 attempts, passing percentage of 66, 297 yards, and 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So, that's pretty much indicative of Kirk Cousins. He's going to make some, really good plays and make some suspect, some questionable decisions. So, it's kind of hard to say. If you ask me, big stage, big rookie, big history with the Bears, I would definitely go with Caleb Williams.
Okay. Fair enough. So, Jose, got both perspectives. Ultimately, it is your choice. And then we got Jeb Armstrong said Najee Harris, Antonio Gibson, or Darius Slayton. Which 2 of the 3 would you go? I told him I didn't trust Najee Harris. We lose you? We might have lost
I am.
Let's guys pick it back up until Unc gets his technical difficulties going. Got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Got the tight end Evan Ingram. Hamstring, wide receiver Gabe Davis. Shoulder, you got about 4 minutes all week, and they're questionable. The Travis Etienne shoulder was limited all week, but he carries no injury designation. Kansas City Chiefs got a bye week, so not important. Las Vegas Raiders got Devontae Adams. Hamstring is out again. Hamstring. There he is.
Yes, I'm back. As a man, them haters be hating. Definitely how it is in fantasy football. If you want to set your lineup at the last minute, everyone in their mama, daddy, cousin, auntie wants to call you.
Yeah. We got Untamed Music. Said start 1/2 PPR, Tank, Dale, or Chase Brown.
I don't understand those half-point PPR leagues. It's either a full point or it's no points, or you give a bonus. But if you ask me, I would definitely start Tank Dale just because he's a little bit more involved in Houston's offense. Chase Brown, I got Zach Morris and Zach Moss, whatever his name is. I got him on my team, and he's playing this week. The only time that Chase Brown got, the only reason why Chase Brown did so well last week because Zach went down. So I don't think he'll have that same, line share. I don't think, they'll have that same share of the backfield this week. So I think he'll be more carved out to, Moss. I don't know, make sure I'm saying his name right, Zach Moss. But yeah, I would definitely go with him over, Tank Dale over him. That's all.
Okay.
Make sure.
I agree with you on that, especially with Nico Collins being put on IR this week.
Yes, that's a big thing.
So you're definitely going to see that volume increase.
Yes, Zach Moss. So yeah, it's Zach Moss. And then they're playing the Giants. So, the Giants is a run-first team. And Cincinnati, they tend to, pass the ball a lot. And Chase Brown, that would be his only time that he'll actually get some touches is in a passing game. So we know there's a lot of miles to feed in Cincy with the passing. So, yeah, I'd definitely go with Tank Dale.
Expert analysis from Unc.
Hey, man, I get lucky every now and again.
So we got the Chargers, DJ Chark Jr., he's still on IR. Gus Edwards, ankle, didn't practice all weekend, is out. Justin Herbert, ankle, and Hayden Hurst, Achilles practice Friday and will play. It's good to hear from Herbert, man. Your boy's leaking oil right now. Most of my leagues, I got probably just as many people on IR as I do playing.
That's been a tough year. Football Insight live show, sir.
The Rams got a bye week. The Dolphins got a bye week. The Vikings got a bye week. A lot of bye weeks so far. The Patriots, Ramondre Stevenson is out. Kendrick Bourne, knee, and KJ Osborne shoulder are questionable after limited practice all week. Stevenson, he may be the odd man out there. I know he's kind of in the doghouse right now.
I'm trying to set my lineup.
Huh?
Who you said?
Ramondre Stevenson of the Patriots.
Oh yeah, he's hurt though.
But I think he's fumbled like 4 out of the last 5 games too. Something crazy like that.
Yes,
and that's, let me see.
And to that point, y'all need to pick up. That's who I went and picked up. I went and picked him up, and he's going to be, to me, he's a super flex today. Antonio Gibson. They're playing Houston, who's also a run-first team. They're getting Mixon back, and they're getting Demond Pierce, however you pronounce his name. They're getting him back. So this is definitely a good game for you to start that sleeper pick, Antonio Gibson. If you have him, if he's available, definitely go get him.
Anthony says C.J. Stroud or Kirk Cousins.
I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, man. I know I got something who that around here, next to me. So, anything Atlanta Falcons, I'm against, but I'm a Kirk Cousins fan because, he's one that does a lot with little. This guy, you got to love a guy who rides a bike and cut costs, to practice. But I mean, you gotta hate a guy who played for Atlanta Falcons, who's just a mirror image and copies what New Orleans Saints does. But if you ask me, I would definitely go with C.J. Stroud just on the upside because earlier, we recommended Tank Dell, and C.J. Stroud adds another aspect. He can run the ball. So Kirk Cousins, he's definitely more of a pocket presence, pocket passer. He's only as good as his wide receivers, his receiving core. So with C.J. Stroud, he can definitely create plays by himself. So with that, just with that one caveat,
the
I make
option.
you go with exactly, with C.J. Stroud.
Gotcha. I'm with that. A valuable insight as always.
Hey man, there's a reason why. We winning. Got a little insight, get a little lucky every now and again.
Your favorite hometown team, the Saints.
Oh hell
obviously.
No! I started. God damn it! I started Travis Etienne.
He's out.
Huh?
He's out.
No, I wanted to get him out of my lineup.
Gotcha.
Because
it's Jacksonville.
Yeah, exactly. With Tank Bigsby having a great week last
he
game.
Gonna get the rock.
Exactly. So that was a big kick in the pants right there.
Obviously Spencer Rattler gets his first start. You got Taysom Hill. He's out. Your boy Big Play Tay. He's out this week.
Hey man, he's politicking for his money, man. Because we see every time Big Play Tay gets in the game and plays, the New Orleans Saints win. I have a really good game. So y'all see that insider?
Kendre Miller hamstring is questionable, but he did practice all week. Kamara, hip, hand, and Shaheed hip were limited Thursday and Friday, but they'll play.
We struggling, but yeah, that's good to hear that we getting some of our starters back where they're staying.
On a side note, though, man, all these injuries this year is crazy. Big star injuries at that.
Yeah, and it goes back to how everyone was years ago. They were saying, they put all these different safety precautions in place. They changed, they cut down on the preseason. They extended the 17 weeks. It's like, what are we doing to actually help the players, or are the players helping the players, or we just using the league as a scapegoat? Because at this point, like you say, too many people's getting hurt. So all these precautionary methods that the league is putting in, we seeing like, hey, that can be a little bit better.
Gotcha. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that analysis. AKA, have they gotten softer from all the safety protocols that have been put into place?
Bro, they putting the condom on their helmet. Yes, they getting softer. What the hell? Hell no. At least Raw Dog. That's it. They need too many precautions.
My brother doubled down on that comment. Anthony says, I think Vegas needs to do something with Adams. He's on my team and not playing for 3 weeks now. Yeah, that hurts.
Ooh, don't get him started. Don't get that guy started because he drafted McCaffrey, bro. So you know what they say? It's always someone that has first year.
I'm decimated by just injuries and all types of crazy stuff this year, man. Yeah. I donated money to the cause. We got the New York Giants, Malik Neighbors concussion, even though he was at the concert the other night.
That's how it goes, man. Listen, hey, I might call off from work, but that don't mean I ain't going to the club.
That part. Let me see. Kyle says pick one full PPR: Keon Coleman, Shakir if he plays, or Dobbs.
Oh, that's how many teams you got in your league first? Because that's pretty much same tier players, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, okay, hey, how many people do you have in your actual league? Would help me really answer that question, just so I can gauge to see what else, what you're going up
against.
Yes, because if you ask me, I'm like, play none of them. Shoot, now
12-man league. I got D. Smith and Godwin starting.
Oh, okay.
Man, you pick receivers last. You must got the top tier running backs and quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And one thing I like with Godwin,
he got some bias.
Oh, yes, that's how it is. Yes, this is the second week of buys. This is my favorite time of the year because to me, this is when the coaching comes out because you can't just, roll a dice and throw them out there, like shake them up and then throw them out there.
Strategy involved.
Exactly. So, you got Kate, Coleman, and he has the other guy from Buffalo. He must really like Buffalo's passing game.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I see the biggest thing, trade, and that's one thing I always tell, a lot of people, it's crazy. A lot of people don't like to trade. They don't know how to trade. And people that came to our league for the first time, I'm telling them, bro, we trade. And they're like, wait, y'all trade? And you're like, I like to keep my team the same way. I said, well, you're going to lose, because
you got to trade. You got to make waiver moves.
Exactly. It's a strategy, and that's what I'm saying. You're not at, you're at a tenured league, whereas we're all good. You know what I'm saying? We all know how to sit down and pick that player and put him in. But we also, in addition to that, you got to be able to trade and have a different strategy. But circling back to his question, I don't want to get back to off topic. But, Coleman and Sharif, they're like the same player. I mean, they're for the same team. So, that would just rely on, Josh Allen and the New York Jets secondary. They are top tier. So, they struggle a little bit more against the run than they do the pass. But, yeah, I would not, and I'm thinking with who is this guy named that he just got fired? It looks like the guy from Fast and Furious.
Saleh,
whatever his name is. So you never know, right now how those guys are ready, they're ready to play, So, they're either ready to show that Silas was a problem or they're ready to galvanize and, or the new interim coach then galvanize the players. And now they're trying to play for him. So right now, we really don't know what to expect. And if I can stay away from it, I would stay away from that. The only person I really play would be Josh Allen and the freaking running back who's just been killing it every day. And they're playing in New York. So, yeah, that's a tough one right there, man. And then you got Dobbs who's playing, plays for Green Bay. So that's difficult too. So who you got?
Didn't they suspend him last week?
Yeah, for things detriment to the team.
Yes. I would think that alone would probably take him out.
Hey, good point. Man, Kyle, you got us in a hard place, a rock in a hard place with that question. You got us jammed up.
I'll probably say if I had to throw a turd on the wall, I'll probably go with Coleman just for the simple fact of the number one receiver in Buffalo was hurt. He's coming back from injury, and they kind of leaned on him a little bit last week. So we'll see how it goes.
Agreed.
Jalen Hurts or Jordan Love?
Man, that's a good thing. Like, and against Arizona, Arizona is definitely suspect. And Arizona can put up some points. And this is one of my strategies. It's like when I'm looking for wide receiver plays or things like that. I look at the speed of the game. Are they playing two teams that can score? Yes. So, yes, I'm going to play my wide receiver because, if not, Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr., they're going to throw the ball up and down the field on them, and they're going to put up points. And then James Conner, he's going to run the ball. So, I think, to me, I would definitely go with Jordan Love.
I agree with you on that.
Now, just until Hurts get all of his players back, because right now I don't think they still have A.J. Brown.
AJ's back today. But he's back today. And I think Smith is back also, but I don't trust Hurts and I don't trust Kellen Moore.
Can you tell who's the Dallas Cowboys fan on this show? clearly.
But I've got AJ on the team. I've got AJ. I've got Goddard on another team. So, but it's just that the whole chemistry and dynamic there is just off. Probably because Sirianni he's gonna get fired this year.
Yeah, but these aren't the same Philly Eagles as they, years past. Because Jalen Hurts, a game he would have 300 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. So right now, if there's other options, for Jalen Hurts, I'll definitely take that. And Jordan Love is not too shabby. And Philly's going up against Cleveland in Cleveland, and I might be the optimist out of the group, but I still think Deshaun Watson, Amari Cooper, and the Cleveland Browns have something in the tank. So I don't,
You are the only one.
And I don't want that. So I still think, they still have a pretty, solid defense. They can stop the pass. So, I would go with Jordan Love.
There you go. Kyle asks Mason K. Williams, ETN, Ford, Chubb. Did I read that right?
Who is Mason? Wait, is there K. Williams? That's the guy from the Rams, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll go with him. Is he talking about Trey Mason?
Yeah, probably.
If he's talking about Trey Mason, he barely get touches out in Arizona.
Yeah, and he's James Conner's the workhorse there. So he said he traded Ford for Fergie. Is that the singer Fergie?
Yeah, nah, my man Ferguson, man.
Oh my goddamn Dallas, boo!
Let's see. What we got here? Oh, he's a Dolphins fan. Okay.
We got a couple of Dolphin fans in the group. That's pretty cool. So we got, he said, I'm playing against Josh Allen. Oh, yeah. That's a smart move. Yes. That's, hey, man, you might be invited to one of our leagues playing like that. Like, yeah, that's a really good strategy. So either way it goes, you're going to cap some of his points. So smart move. And one thing I always do is, just like I had played someone before, if they got it's a two quarterback league, and I'll take the kicker for your highest scoring quarterback. Just to cancel out those points. Yeah.
I'm scrambling right now. I'm on that waiver wire. I'm hoping Joe Flacco starts today. I got another quarterback on a bye. Tough.
Yes, sir. Strategy.
And I'm mad because I had Rattler, was sitting on Rattler, but I had to make some move because of freaking injuries.
Yes, but you might not be too mad at Rattler because I don't anticipate the same too well.
No trust.
I was gonna pick the defense up against them, but I was like, yeah, they're playing at home, so definitely got to give them that momentum shift.
Let me see. If Washington put up over 20 and Cleveland Eagles can do it, go with Hurts. Okay, he gave up on Coleman.
Wait, time out. That is not a good example. Do not listen to Anthony. He said if Washington is the best team in the NFC East right now, man, Jaden Daniels is playing lights out. And
yes.
Yeah.
And getting better.
Yeah.
He's just stacking victories.
Yes. And those guys are playing with confidence, bro. Like it's unseen. But yeah, that was a good,
Look at me side-eyed at the beginning of the season when I said, watch out for Washington in the NFC East, probably will win the division.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Yeah, they're looking really good. Now, to that point, now, Jalen Hurts, he only had against Tampa Bay. He had 1 touchdown and 158 yards.
Man.
So 1 passing touchdown, and he salvaged that game with a running touchdown. He had 8 attempts for 20 yards. So definitely, something you want to consider. And I remember Jordan Love's best game. He had scored like 63 points. He went bananas. We're still waiting for our best outing for Jalen Hurts. So, but yeah. All right. So we got
one caveat with Hurts as well, and a little insight. This may be his last year there, possibly.
I like that.
Because starting the rumors.
You start rumors, yeah.
But it's been documented that one of their position coaches is from LSU and has a great relationship with Nussmeier.
Oh.
And he actually reaches out to Nussmeier.
Oh.
So throw that one out there. He can either be sink or swim. Either he can see the writing on the wall and pick up his performance, or he can go in the shell.
Yeah.
Morning needs some help on a flex. Olave or Tolbert. Full point PPR.
Man, listen. One of my rules is if a rookie quarterback starts, I start the other defense. If a new quarterback starts, I start the other defense. So you see where I'm going at here? So the Saints got a rookie quarterback and his first start. Don't start any of those receivers, man. Like, you got to start those that you know that's going to touch the ball, like Alvin Kamara. You know, he doesn't need Rattler to get the ball to him. So with me and, you know, with Dak in garbage time because them Cowboys can't keep a lead, you know.
We'll get blowed out today, y'all. So it's going to be, he going to throw about 45, 50 times a day. So we got 6 starters out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, and he seemed to trust Tobin a little bit more too.
Yes. And you know, and there's less miles to feed in Dallas with the passing game than there is in New Orleans. So
yeah,
you actually
he's the third option.
Right, exactly. So I would definitely, you know, just go with Tolbert.
There you go. I agree on that one. See, Monday night game, you got Rodgers. He's limited Thursday and Friday, but he gonna play. He gotta prove himself.
Man, he gotta prove himself to that team, and that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking about picking up all his skill players, because he gave Garrett Wilson 20. I think Garrett Wilson had like 20 20 catches. Yeah, like 20 some plus attempts last week, you know, and who was the other guy? 13. Like, it's questionable what they're doing in New York. You know, it's like, okay, do they not believe in the running game, or do they believe that much in this 40-plus-year-old quarterback who should not be throwing the ball that much? You know, so big Monday night game, you know, it's nothing new for Aaron Rodgers. Might be something new for the new interim coach. But, man, yeah, like you said, Aaron Rodgers has to prove himself, and the New York Giants.
Excellent points as always. The Eagles, again, Devontae Smith, concussion, AJ Brown hamstring. They are expected to play, so they return. You might see a joke there, a little bit of a joke. The Steelers, what are they gonna do with Russell Wilson?
Man, that's a tough one, you know, because I wanted them to let Russ cook. You know, I wasn't too privy on Justin Fields, but you know, it's that former Chicago QB is just indicative of, you know, of how it is with the quarterbacks in Chicago. Just like, you know, Jay Cut, you know, old cut dog. You know, he was supposed to be great there, but then he was horrible and he went somewhere else and he, you know, did a decent job. You know, had a decent career after that. But, you know, with Justin Fields, you know, they're pot committed. You can't go with one person 6 weeks and then week 7 or week 8 and then be like, hey, you know what? We're just playing. We're going back to Russell Wilson. So I think right now, just like in poker, they're pot committed. They got to go with the card that, you know, that they've been playing. Go with the hand they've been playing. But in hindsight, that kills Najee Harris' value, his fantasy football value. Because
somebody asked about him earlier too.
I'm benching him. He's on my trade block because, you know, guess what I'm benching him for?
I cut him.
Antonio Gibson. So to me, if you got Najee Harris, he's trade bait because, you know, he has Warren, whatever his name is, you know, Jalen Warren, who's fighting for you know, for some of his touches. And, you know, you have Cordell Patterson, I think. So, you know,
Patterson's out.
Yeah, but he's still there. You know, he's not playing.
Oh, gotcha.
Just speaking on Najee Harris' value, and there's always that goal line potential, whereas Justin Fields was still the touchdown. So I don't see that's one of those sell low right now or buy low, however you want to do it. It just sell. Najee Harris.
Excuse me. Your other arch rivals for the Buccaneers, Rashad White, foot did not practice Thursday and Friday, and he's doubtful.
Yeah.
Check
out that rookie.
Will Levis, shoulder. He practiced Friday and will play. And then Washington, the first place Washington Commanders in the NFC East.
Put some respect on their name.
I got to respect it. Brian Robinson Jr., knee is questionable. And Noah Brown, that's where he ended up at. Noah Brown groin and Austin Eckler Hill fully practiced on Friday and are good to go. I was wondering what happened to Noah Brown after he left Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Khalil Mack or Aziz Al-Shaair?
Boy, look at you, man. You went to private school. I was telling that. I would call, you don't want to know what I said about that name. The air.
I don't know if I pronounced it right.
It sounded good. I'm telling you, it sounded like one of the people.
I said it with confidence.
Okay. I can fool with it. All right, so they're playing Houston and Denver. Denver doesn't have a really good running game, but they got a really good, they got Bo Nix. See what I say? They got Bo Nix, who's, just recently had a good game, but they're playing at Denver. Khalil Mack is going from the East Coast to the West Coast. So that's something to consider because teams that travel that way rarely do well. And this Aziz guy, Houston linebacker going up against New England. At New England, I would go with him. Just because, New England, they got what? A new quarterback starting. So that means they're going to run the ball. They should, they should lean more on the run than what they do. And if they, if they do pass, they're going to, pass shorts. They're going to do dink and dunks. They might do screens just to build the confidence up of this new quarterback. So I would definitely go with that Al's guy, however you pronounce his name.
Azizi. Okay. Well, that's all of our injuries for this week. We'll take a quick break and go through the stardom and sit them.
Yo,
man, what's the plan, bro?
Hey, man, look, just a lucky hand, man. That's all. I throw my hand in and give. Oh, wait, there's no question on that. I drafted Bowers. I was a big fan of Bowers. You checked the preseason clips. I'm a huge fan of him, and he had the best game of his career. He's a must start. Now, if you got Laporta, he is Laporta. He can do Laporta things, but man,
going against that Dallas defense, he might go off today.
That part, that's what I was about to say. Now, yeah,
that's a tough one. That's a tough one, man. Well, yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in about 25 seconds.
Hose water. Whether you've been playing hard or working hard, when your thirst needs to be quenched, there's hose water. Found at any retailer where sports drinks are sold. Or connected to your faucet in the backyard if you don't want to pay $4 for it. Hose water. Get yours today.
Welcome back. Sunday morning fantasy football insight show. It's your boy Coach Lee. The general in the house. Salute.
Hey, they didn't leave us, man. So look, that means they like something. We got more. So we appreciate y'all that didn't leave, and the ones that did left. Hey, y'all gonna lose y'all game today.
So we just went over the injury report in detail. Got some great insight from and we got to start them and sit them. So let's get Saturday away. As soon as you start getting into the beat, cut off. All right. Quarterbacks. As always, we go through, get Unk's insight on these quarterbacks as far as the start and sit them. Right off the bat, the quarterbacks to start: Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins.
Y'all seen that? Y'all heard that Jordan Love, huh? And I ain't much watch that.
Yep. And we talked a little bit about and it's not just because I'm a Cowboy fan. Like I said, he's gonna throw about 45, 50 times a day. See, defensive help.
Hold on,
Raiders.
shout out to you, Evan. He just graduated. He's looking all spiffy, man. Yeah, got the nice thumbnail.
So I can't even see the thumbnail on my side. There it is. Congratulations to you, Evan. Defensive help: Raiders, Colts, or the Bengals. Definitely take the Colts out of that equation.
And the Raiders, they're playing Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So, all right, I got to always ask this question. What do you expect out of your defense? Because, to me, everyone expects different things. I want a defense that create turnovers, one. Get sacks, two. That's who I look for. If you want, some people might just want a team that can, keep the points down. I don't care. You can score my defense all you want, as long as my defense is what? Getting
accumulating points.
Yes, exactly. And that's who the Philadelphia Eagles defense always was for me. They always got points. Whenever I got that defense, I won every league. And this year, they're not the same. But one thing, Indianapolis Colts, they're going up against Tennessee. Now, that would be the most appeasing matchup for me because of Will Levis. He's hurt, he's young, and he's
Will
prone to
Levis.
make mistakes. So that would be on thing. But on the other side of that, they're playing Tennessee. So are they going to throw the ball 40 times? No. What they're going to do, they're going to run the ball because they're going to conserve the they're going to maximize their time. They're going to keep the clock. They're going to run the ball. They're going to try and control the clock. So to me, Indianapolis, do they have the potential to make some some picks, sacks? No, because why they're going to be running Tennessee's going to run the ball a lot. So I don't know about that one. Now the Bengals, Cincinnati, they're playing New York, and oh my gosh, everyone who knows the Giants knows that Daniel Jones is prone to make some miscues. But this guy's been playing pretty well. He hasn't been put up any points. So to me, that Cincy is a interesting or an enticing pick out of all of them because Indianapolis, Tennessee, they're going to run the ball. They're not going to trust Will Levis. And the Raiders, they're playing a running team, Pittsburgh Steelers. So if you had to ask me, I would definitely choose either Bengals first, just because they're going up against New York, and New York doesn't, the Giants doesn't have a really good identity, and they're going up against Daniel Jones. After that, I would go with the Colts.
Daniel Jones without his number one receiver.
There we go. Who was found in the club at the concert.
So I'll probably go with the Bengals on that, Evan. Pick two, half PPR: Chase Browns, McConkey, or Olave.
Oh man, that's ugly. McConkey, that's the guy that rookie for Chargers, right?
Yeah.
And the Chargers wide receiver, they've been having, like, to me, some identity crisis because they trying
to figure some stuff out.
Exactly. They don't have a true number one. I picked up, who is this guy? Quentin, what his name is? Quentin Johnson, because he was getting the most looks on the team, but then, he had a poor game. So then we got McCown. So, and the Chargers are really trying to change their identity from being pass heavy because, one, why they don't have a really good backup, and two, which is number one, the overarching reason is Herbert is on the decline. He's hurt, so they're not going to throw the ball that much. Now, what I would do, definitely pick up that rookie running back, Kimani Vidal. So he was recently activated on the roster, and they're having some issues with their running back. So definitely be on the lookout for him.
Hey, that's valuable. I'm sorry. On this side, that's valuable info.
I didn't move.
That's the fantasy football running back whisper. He be finding some obscure gems that produce every year. The valuable insight. Evan says pick one of the half PPR, Najee, Wandale, or Jameson Williams. Najee's had a good matchup that's been awful all this year. Jalen Warren is back as well. I feel like once I put Najee, I bench Najee, though, he's going to score 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I reluctantly cut Najee this morning. And I said the same thing. When I cut him, he'll go off today.
Yeah. And that's one of them times where you be like, you know what? I've been waiting on this. You know what I'm saying? Like Najee's, like I've started Najee ever since I had him with expectations of score.
No production.
At least 15 points. Right. The most he scored was 13 points. That is crazy. How you get 20 attempts and then score 10 points?
Yeah.
No, man. No, this guy, he averages on average. Last 2 games, he had as low as 13 and 14. But he still gets targets in the passing game. So, that's just indicative of what you can expect of Justin Jefferson. Justin Fields. But it's like, who else does the Pittsburgh Steelers have?
Yeah, they got a disgruntled Pickens. So the offense definitely going through Fields.
Exactly. So they're keying in on him. I think they're stacking the box on him. They're giving him limited, limited abilities. That he can, limited ability that he can do. So, I'm worried about that too. But I had that same premonition last week. So it's one of them ones like, hey, fool, now you owe me, because if he couldn't get it started playing up against the 4th worst running team by name of Dallas Cowboys, that fool ain't gonna get it done today.
Oh, it's 4th now?
Yeah.
I was 32.
Y'all right. I was about to say it was a little bit worse, but y'all but because y'all stopped Najee Harris. It's got better.
Anthony says, I bet on it.
I would pick Jameis Wilson. I think I started him last week, and he just came off of let me see one of these leagues I got him in, and he had a really decent, outing, So, and the Broncos, to me, it looked like they're trying to find themselves. They might not have gotten it yet, but they're finding ways to move the ball, and that's what really matters to me. So yeah, if you ask me, I would go with that guy. James Wilson.
You heard it here first.
Williams.
ETN. I bet on ETN to have 5 yards rushing in the first quarter. Dude got 0 and the quarter's almost over. Anthony, I know you tune in with us on Monday nights.
That's why
Jacksonville is going to have the top overall pick this year. Watch. Mark my words.
What? I was say
Jacksonville will have the number 1 pick this year. They're that bad.
You think so?
I got a feeling they will, man.
They do this every year. It's like they try to find themselves. They be garbage in the beginning, and then at the end, just like that was how Travis Etienne's year was last year. He went off at the end of the year. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's one of those wait and see moments for me with those guys. But I had a little bit higher expectations from for them. But yeah, they're not even meeting that. So. You're right.
There we start springing in the word with Goldie of a draft bust.
Yeah.
And this is year 5 for him, I think.
Don't get me started.
For the sleepers for quarterbacks, you got Jared Goff. Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he dead sleep.
I'm curious, how is Caleb doing? Because they got him on here as a sleeper too. How's he doing so far? I wonder.
I mean, he's taking control. Like, to me, I think, because the savior for, what helps a good passing offense good passing game is the running game.
Wait a minute. Second quarter, he's had 3 pass attempts.
Bruh.
3 pass attempts. He's 2 for 3 for 3 yards.
Yeah. 3 yards.
Travel across the big pond, man.
Yeah. But they're playing the worst passing defense in the league right now.
Which makes it even more suspect and detrimental.
Bro, yes, this is horrible. That's
Oh man. The quarterbacks to sit, no surprise, Deshaun Watson. Justin Herbert. And they have Aaron Rodgers on here. I don't agree with that one though.
Me neither.
Just because of the recent firing of the head coach and what you spoke of earlier.
Agreed. That's the only reason why they got him up there. And as an old head, I feel disrespected by that. But back in my days, in my prime, Aaron Rodgers would never be on.
Never.
He was always one of those. We don't even name Aaron Rodgers because he's a must start every week.
Every week. Hey, Father Time undefeated. The end may be near.
Yeah.
Running backs to start: Chase Brown, DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams, Najee Harris, and of course Tank Bigsby.
Yeah, I feel like Trump. That's one of that fake news. Do not start freaking Najee Harris. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna start Tank Bigsby and not start Etienne? So that just shows, what's this word? That just corroborates the story about Jacksonville have no identity, no clue about what they're doing. But oddly enough, they play well when they go out, internationally, because I think what is they're, still their owner who wants to move the team outside of the United States. So go figure.
I can see that happening. I know he tried to buy the Wembley Stadium at one point in time too.
Yes.
Do I start Henry or Barkley?
Oh, you in a good situation.
Yeah, loaded.
Right. If that's no question, look, sir.
Was it a 6-man league?
Right. Wait, you in Chris League? you playing with us on ESPN?
Running back whisper, who you got?
Man, listen. You can't go again. You got the best running back quarterback in the league, Lamar Jackson, man. And you got to go with the running back who's behind him.
Did you say they got the best running back in the league?
The best running back quarterback, yeah, that's Lamar Jackson. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, with Barkley, he's still like, I'm still smacking his hand for missing that pass out the backfield that
cost him the game.
Exactly. So if I'm looking at him side eye like that, I know his team is too. So he's still, he's probably in try hard mode. But man, who's your other option? If you're if it's either those two guys, who's your other running back?
I know, right?
Yeah, it's like with that, you should win.
Loaded.
Those two options. Yeah.
Your sleepers at running back: Austin Eckler, Justice Hill, and Braylon Allen.
Nah.
Running backs to sit: Trey Sermon, which is interesting because the starter's out. Jonathan Taylor's out, so they're sitting him, which is interesting. Alexander Madison of the Raiders, and Jerome Ford.
To sit?
Yep.
Okay.
And your bust alert: Rico Dowdle.
Rico, who's that? That's y'all running back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm starting him.
By name only.
know what's funny? During the game, during the post game, they interviewed Ezekiel Elliott. I'm like,
who's
what are they
hurt, by
doing?
the way.
Exactly. So to me, it shows that they were just paying homage. That it's really going to this new rookie, Rico, whatever, Dualde, how you pronounce his name? Sound like one of those power tool names. But yeah, I think it's going to be his team. We definitely know that Dak's going to have to throw the ball, so that means they should be within the red zone, and he should have a lot of red zone opportunities. So I think I started him. I started him week before last. He, paid some dividends, and I'm starting him this week. I benched him last week.
His backs are Brian Robinson Jr., Aaron Jones. God dang.
Real, you're definitely in a 6-man league. I had just traded for Aaron Jones. I traded Deshaun Watson and in a 2-quarterback league. Deshaun Watson and who's that for? Who's that guy in Cincinnati? The other receiver.
Higgins?
Higgins, yes. And I got Aaron Jones.
You traded Deshaun and you got that? See? The power of the 2-quarterback league, boy. Be scrambling for them quarterbacks. You traded for Deshaun?
Yeah. And I got
Aaron out here fleecing folks.
Aaron Jones. Hey, it was a good deal. It paid off for me. Aaron Jones, he got hurt though last week. So, definitely a question mark for his return. But I'm hoping he's helpful. But I had picked up T.Y. Chandler, but then I dropped him because I got Gibson. But
wide receivers to start: Deontay Johnson, T. Higgins, Zay Flowers, Darnell Mooney, Wan'Dale Robinson.
All right, really. Okay. That Mooney guy just seems like that old comedian Mooney. His name, sorry,
Paul Mooney.
Yeah. You're an old guy. I like your I like your repertoire. You like Paul Mooney.
Sleepers: Jamison Williams, Jalen Tolbert, Calvin Ridley. Don't trust that one. And Tank Dell. I think we got.
Wait, you said Jameis? Oh, Williams. Okay, yeah. That was a running back.
No, the receiver for Detroit.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Start anybody going up against Dallas defense.
Except Najee Harris.
Yeah, fair enough. And then the wide receivers to sit: Michael Pittman, Kristen Kirk, Jacoby Myers, Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, I agree.
Bust alert: Amari Cooper.
Damn.
That could change here soon because he may be on the move before the trade deadline.
You think they're going to trade him?
I think so.
They traded so much to get him.
Well, they restructured his contract going to the beginning of the season, so he all his money is on the books for this year.
Right, and that's why I'm like, and that's why I feel there's still something brewing in Cleveland, man. Like. They just haven't gotten it all together, but I still think there's something because just like you said, they're restructuring his contract. But
I told you. Right now, Caleb Williams. Let me see. 4 for 5. He got a tub though. 4 for 5, 51 yards and a touchdown.
Man, but that's funny. Like that is priceless. Shout out to you, Anthony. Came on the show. Been on the show and called out his own bust alert. I love it.
And that's what scares me about Washington, Anthony, is either they end up with somebody like Cooper or even Adams. Because they've got the salary cap.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's scary. Let me see. Flex 2, D Wicks, D Slayton, or J Tolbert.
I think we already mentioned who is D Wicks? Which one, a 18-man league? 18.
He's I think he is the wide receiver for the Packers.
Yeah,
I think he's essentially Dobbs' replacement.
And this name is just the crate. What was it? Don Tavian? What the shit? Slap your mama. Stop naming these kids that and your daddy. Like, what kind of name is that that's spelled like that? Don Tavion. Hell no. But yeah, hell no. I don't even know what the name like that. He would not be on my team. But yeah, I would bench him. You know, he had, they're playing Arizona and they're expected to, they're playing in Arizona. And, they're expected to have some bad weather. So I would really, temp what I did. Then his last game, he's coming off a game where he just scored 3 points. He had 7 targets and 2 receptions for 20 yards. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, oh, thanks, Ed. Yeah, I would definitely not roll with him. And I know who Slayton is. That's the guy who played for the Giants, right?
Right.
Trash. Tolbert.
I'll probably say Tolbert in this scenario.
That's who played for who?
Dallas.
Yeah, I know. We spoke about that earlier. So he's going to get those looks during garbage time, especially. And and there's mild. There's a lot of mild. There's a lot of room to share the ball out in Dallas. The passing game. It's a good question. That's not like a pretty difficult league. Yeah, I mean, to go that deep, into the roster, like I like that. That's the type of
what a number 2 receiver, a number 3 receiver, and like a number 4 or 5 receiver, deep into there.
Exactly.
Them damn bye weeks.
Love it. I love it. That's where the rubber meets the road.
Tight ends to start: Tucker Kraft, Kyle Pitts, Sam Laporta.
All right, Kyle Pitts. He plays for what? The Falcons. The Falcons.
Yeah. He's getting in that bust category too.
Huh?
From a production, he's getting that bust category as well from a production standpoint. You may need to change of scenery.
And my thing is, it's like, who was the I forgot this guy's name. He was a decent tight end back when Kirk Cousins was in Minnesota. But Kirk Cousins is not known for making tight ends. He's going to get the ball. He likes to throw the ball. He's going to throw the ball to that wide receiver. So Kyle Pitts, I think, he might get a touchdown in the red zone. But, I'm not – that entire Falcons offense, they don't have an identity. Exactly. If you don't have an identity, I can't gauge what you're going to do, So you're just like just an unstable person. So it's like, okay, hey, all that I can expect is you to do something. So I really wouldn't put Pitts. I would trade Pitts for someone else. But that Kraft, oh my gosh, I'm mad I didn't pick him up because I started to move on him because I got Bowers. But I definitely think that Kraft guy, he's a stud, a weak stud. Every week you can start him. And Laporta, I'm thinking that they're just saying that because I've been, how that meme is with the stick is like, hey, you poking them, do something. I've been waiting for Laporta to do something all season, and he hasn't been Sam Laporta from pass. And 2 things. Dallas have really good linebackers and really good safeties. So,
well, the first opening comment they have for him is Laporta is due for a big game.
Just they feeling sorry. That's why we feel sorry for you, so we're gonna put you in here.
Defense: Eagles or Pittsburgh?
Oh man, I told you I love the Eagles defense always because their DNA is turnovers. Pittsburgh, it'll still curtain. They're gonna stop you. Their whole thing is, you're not gonna put many points on them. But the Eagles, you could put 50 points on them. They have 5 interceptions. So
you really can't lose in this scenario because you got Philly going against Cleveland, who is trash.
Y'all gonna get on.
You know what? Let me take that back. They're not good. I can't call anybody in NFL trash. They're not good. And then you got Pittsburgh going up against the Raiders, starting a new quarterback.
Yeah. But the Raiders are at home. That's a big thing. But I'm an Eagles fan, far as in that regard. But another thing, when I choose my defenses, I want to see which offense is going to keep the ball longer. So with that, for instance, if you playing the Raiders against Pitt, will they be able to move the ball? Well, the Raiders offense that good where they can move the ball? Well, no. But is the Pittsburgh offense good enough to keep the ball? Yeah, no, too. So, but the Eagles, who the Eagles playing?
The Browns.
And where they're playing it at? I'm not seeing it.
I think it's in Cleveland.
In Cleveland, right?
No, home. They're playing at home.
Oh, yeah. They're playing at home. Decent weather. It look like it's some overcast. Temperature 74. Wind speed 10 miles an hour. And, of course, we playing Pittsburgh, playing in the Dome. But I would have to go with Philly just because they're able to create more turnovers. I think Pittsburgh, they're just going to keep the score to like 5 points. But Philly, they're going to throw the ball and, they're going to create turnovers. So I'll go with Philly.
You heard it. Brandon says 12-man PPR auction league got offered Daniels, DK, Nico Collins. I will be able to keep them for $11 next year. I'll be trading away Mahomes and Chase.
Which Chase? Chase Brown or Jamal Chase?
I think you're talking about Chase. Probably talking about Chase from the Bengals, right?
And I miss these auction leagues, man. I like we started off as an auction league, but then those things takes Jamar Chase. Bro, what are you doing? Man, listen, one thing Patrick Mahomes by himself.
Jaden Daniels, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. And, Patrick Mahomes has won leagues by himself. You know what I'm saying? They could have a horrible 3, just all third stringers and Patrick Mahomes. I've seen teams win. Now,
and I think they make a trade before the trade deadline as well.
Jaden Daniels? The Chiefs?
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to have to because they don't have, the Chiefs don't need a receiver. It's like they just got Patty, man. Patty Mahomes. But he is the truth. I'm a fan of him. But it's those 2 wide receivers. DK Metcalf, he's good, but he's not Jamal Chase good anymore. Nico Collins, he's not Jamal Chase good. I would be able to get him for $11 in that. Wait, hold on. All right, let me read this again. So 12-man people auction, I got offered. Oh, he said he's going to get them next year, and he has to pay $11, or they're going to give him $11.
The value of someone like Nico is $11, and auction as a keeper is massive. So that's why I'm leaning towards it.
Oh, okay, because of the dollar. See, that's why I was just trying to get an understanding on that dollar value. How did that change things? Because just matching talent for talent, I would definitely not take that trade, honestly, because Jaden Daniels is good, but he's not Patrick Mahomes good. And I don't see anyone who's going to match Jamar Chase's targets, because when Burrow drops back, he looks for Jamal Chase, then he looks elsewhere. So, and I don't see, Nico Collins might have a similar appeal, but yeah, that's a difficult one. I'll have to. What do you think about that one, Coach?
From me, I'm not much of a gambler. I'm gonna be safe. I like the upside of Daniels, but DK, I don't know. There's a weird dynamic going on out there from a production standpoint. Nico's got to share the rock. In Houston, I'll probably just still stick with Patty because he's Patty. And Chase, he's gonna get his looks, and he's in a contract year.
Yeah. And so what Anthony said, that's hard. That's a hard trade. I'm 60% on make the trade. Well, you know what it says? Most decisions are made off 70%. So we need a 10% more convinced to get to make that trade. But yeah, that's and one thing that's always difficult with me is those 3-for-2 trades, because now that requires me to cut someone who's on my team just to get that trade. So I see that you're getting 3 players for 2, so that might be some of the appeal. But just thinking about next year, there's other receivers that can match Nico Collins' output. So, I'm really not, to me, Nico would be a flex option for me. I don't even much know if he would be a stud in my lineup, but I know for shit show, Jamal Chase is. So definitely you might want to just see if you can tweak that trade offer a little bit better. I'm not understanding that money value, but just for talent, I wouldn't take that trade because you have more to lose than than you have to gain in this situation.
Twisted Fruit says, is it crazy to start Tyrone Tracy over Mixon this week in a PPR? Yes.
Who is Tyrone Tracy?
He's a backup running back for the Giants.
Bro, you should.
And Mixon's coming back off an injury. So he's going to be hungry.
Reddick denied Jets 1-year offer. Oh, wow. Damn.
So he's going to sit out, huh? He's either going to sit out and get traded.
Man, like anything in the Giants, yeah.
Stay away.
You see Saquon. You know what I'm saying?
It's so unpredictable there.
Yes. They have nothing. Like they have no identity. They don't know if there's there's 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. They don't know, left and they need a winning drive. They don't know who to throw the ball to. They don't even know who to give the ball to. They don't even know who to give the ball to when they drop back from the center. So
they're waiting on Shadur.
Yeah. So I would definitely try to stay away from anyone but the known scorers, known winners out there. But Joe Mixon, one thing, and that's what made me pick up Cam Akers, because one thing's for sure, and that's one of the reasons why I'm a little skeptical on the Nico Collins thing, is because Joe Mixon, they got that boy involved early in the game, all game. And that's why I picked up when Mixon went down, that's why I picked up Cam Akers, because I seen how Houston, their game plan was to hit these running backs, to get these running backs involved.
Yeah, West Coast offense. Exactly.
And you got C.J. Stroud, so you're not going to be throwing it way out there because you need to build his confidence up. So I would definitely go with here because, look, first game against the Colts, Joe Mixon had 30 attempts, 3 targets. Come on now. So you definitely got to understand and see, like, hey, you know what? The running game and Joe Mixon is a part of their game plan. So I'll go with Joe Mixon. If he's ready to play, I would start it.
There you go. Uncle spoke it into existence. Tight end sleepers, Fryermouth, Conklin, Dalton Schultz. You know how I feel about him.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I picked Dalton up this year on the bye week. And he produced for me.
That's funny.
Tight ends to sit, Mark Andrews.
Man, it's just been so disappointing because Mark Andrews and
likely is the target there now. Then Hunter Henry, and then Bust Alerts. He's playing right now. It's Evan Ingram. But that is your positional players start to sit for this week. Can you hear me okay, Did we lose you again?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. Man, that's the good stuff, man. So hopefully, obviously, we got the game going this morning, but you're here early enough, way in time to do whatever research you need, make whatever adjustments you need before your kickoff today.
Ain't no more research. This is all y'all need. Fantasy Football Insight Live Show. Y'all operate accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Make necessary adjustments. Ain't no more research. You did all that throughout the week. It's game time. Now you just need that last little, okay, damn, you know what?
This confirmation.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? This is it. Because we winners, man. This is what we've been doing. This is what we do. We check our history. We've been doing for a long time.
That's my brother.
And so, of course, there's different things that come out. But, we've done our research. And that's why, I always try to lead with, hey, you know what? This is my approach. This is why I make this decision, because we've done our research and we have a strategy. we're not just out here willy-nilly. You know, everything we tell you the research and we tell you the strategy behind it. Because if you just telling me if you're a fighter, like I just go out and throw punches. Oh, okay. How many times you got your ass whipped? You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a strategy. You go out there and throw punches.
That part.
So before we get up out of here, man, y'all got any questions in the last minutes?
Any last questions? Before we get ready to go do what we need to do.
Yeah, man, because I got an appointment with my old girl Mary, man. You know, I need my wake and bake this morning. You know, my eyes are glazing.
My brother.
But before we get up out of here, definitely just want to say, give a shout out to everybody that's playing fantasy football. You know, this is the time, this is what the rubber meets the road, bye weeks. If you're going to make your move, it is now, because, a lot of people are going to drop players that they don't need to make rooms, and you're supposed to be privy enough to see it, go get them, and, stash them. Like I, gave you all one stash to get is, let me pronounce his name again. Keenan, am I saying this right? Hold on. For Kimani, what is going on with these kids and these names? Kimani Vidal. He's the running back, rookie running back for the Chargers. Y'all definitely go get him. If y'all got the opportunity to get Gibson, y'all should start him. So, we definitely give y'all these things to help y'all win y'all league, because this is what we're here for, to help y'all win the league. Lose the battle, win the league. Last point. Those rookie running backs that they had that was promising in the beginning in the off season, pick them up now. Mm-hmm. This is when they're going to start flourishing. This is when they're going to start getting their opportunities. So definitely y'all pick them up. But that's all I got.
Hey, appreciate you, Unc, man. Make sure y'all tap in with us tomorrow night on the play call sheet to wrap up today's activities, and tap in tonight for the OT Star Talk after the Cowboys and Lions game. But much appreciated. There's nothing but love. We gonna be up out here. You want to send us out?
Oh, okay. Hey, man. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.